Hello, I'm Meredith McGehee of the Campaign Legal Center. We've heard a lot lately about money in politics. After all, in the Citizens United decision, the Supreme Court held that corporations can spend their Treasury funds on activities intended to directly affect federal elections. But we've not heard as much in 2012 about labor unions. They too are intensely active players in our elections at all levels, and they operate under virtually the same campaign finance rules as corporations. Both corporations and unions control political action committees, or PACs. The funds have to come from voluntary contributions from individuals, and they both use their PAC money to contribute directly to candidates and parties. Both corporations and unions use their Treasury funds for so-called internal communications about elections. That is, contacting certain employees and shareholders in the case of corporations, and union members in the case of labor unions. Of course, this equal treatment under the law masks the big differences in how corporations and unions are structured and their respective advantages. One big advantage for corporations is that corporate treasury funds can run in the billions of dollars. Another is that many corporate executives can afford to make large individual political contributions. Unions, on the other hand, focus on organizing their membership and aggressively activating them on behalf of specific candidates or ballot measures. And they are able to collect PAC contributions through their dues structure. All of the money just mentioned must be publicly disclosed under federal law. Here's what's changed with Citizens United. Now, both corporations and unions can use their Treasury funds to make independent expenditures. That means they don't have to use their PACs to pay for election spending. Instead, they can pay directly from their Treasury funds to run ads on TV that mention specific candidates and say vote for or vote against. Or they can give their money to other groups that run these campaign ads, like Crossroads GPS or Priorities USA. So if they can use their own money directly in an election, why funnel money to these so-called dark money groups? Simple. They want to avoid disclosure. This is especially attractive to corporations that may not want the publicity that comes when political spending is disclosed. In these days of seemingly endless TV ads, the American people deserve and need to know where all of the millions of dollars for these campaign ads are coming from. Many people seem to forget that in the Citizens United decision, 8 justices agreed that individuals and organizations attempting to influence our elections should be required to disclose their spending and their contributors. Justice Kennedy said about disclosure, quote, "Citizens can see whether officials are in the pocket of so-called moneyed interests. These rules should apply to unions and corporations alike. This is in fact the American way and fosters the civic courage that Justice Scalia, no friend of current campaign finance laws, so strongly champions." I'm Meredith McGehee of the Campaign Legal Center. Thanks for watching.